All right, so I'm super, super excited to be doing the kickoff soon with you guys. I have been thinking about this since the end of February, and the last 3 days is how I could really pour into every single person going for promotion. At the end of the day, I'm only one person, and I'd love to help everybody and give everybody enrollments and volume and all these amazing things and incentives. But my stock, I'm pretty sure you guys, after almost finishing the boom 4 days in, are going to empty my stock this month. So I decided we're going to do a breakdown, everybody going for every rank. I'm going to give you every training, every tool, give you as many tips as everything I've used to be successful in this business and pour it into you guys, because I want this to be your biggest month ever. I want you to sit at the end of March and be like, holy crap, I can't believe that happened. I want to see you guys go from executive to graduate into the Ruby chat, maybe even graduate into the Emerald chat. Like it's so possible, and you guys can definitely do it. Nicole, you like my shirt? Yeah.
I was in the car and I'm like, I can't hear. I had to get my headphones out. I love your shirt.
Okay, so I don't know if Jenna and Nicole, we decided who was going to go first, but I have Jenna and Nicole. They're going to do the executive training for me. Both of them are absolute rock stars. Both of them enroll like crazy. Like Jenna is just like, bam, 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 no problem, no big deal, on to the next one. And Nicole is just like, I'm going for double diamond. What's up? So I just want their fire, and they both hit executive and above. So they're going to pour into you guys and get you guys excited. And then, I will close it out with the incentive. All right. Pause. Oh, it is recording. Okay, go ahead. Whoever's going first.
I'm muting stuff. Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so I'm supposed to start with who. All right, so my why is, so I had a corporate job for 14 years, almost 15, and it was taking up a lot of my time, and basically just, I'm not sure if any of you have cubicle jobs, but they slowly ruin your awesome life. We have 6 kids, and we now have a grandbaby, so I really would like to spend some more time with my family and actually enjoy life a smidge. So I really wanted to get out of there. In June, I joined, and in December, my boyfriend joined, and he told me that we were going to go to conference. I told him that I thought we should save the money, and he's like, buy the tickets. So we did. Conference was amazing, and we met Sammy and Monique and Paul and Mikey and a ton of other amazing people. We heard some really great messages. Literally, I can't even explain conference other than you have to go. So when I got back to my desk job on Monday, within like 5 minutes of being there, I was like, I got to get out of here. If I'm going to this is ruining, like I could immediately feel them sucking the energy that I had gotten pumped with at conference. And I was like in a magical unicorn place, and I was like, nobody's touching this. So I quit. And I decided to fully dedicate everything that I have to It Works and my business, and I'm going to make diamond this month for absolute sure. I'm definitely getting the emerald bonus. Robbie's going to get the emerald bonus. And our goal that we're doing one step at a time. So right now I'm working on emerald, but I do know what my diamond chart looks like. I tend to only go 2 steps ahead because it makes it a little more achievable to me. If you go too far, it can be a little overwhelming. But our goal is that we are going to be at the Ireland retreat in June. So that's going to happen. All right, so that's pretty much, I guess. I also used to be a size 24, and I bought a size 3 pants the other day. Thank you, Keto Coffee. Woo woo. So I love the products. I love our team. Like, it's a family. It's amazing. And literally, unless you don't want to be successful, there's absolutely no reason that you can't be, because it's literally the only person stopping you is you. So that would be, that's what I have for that. What else? Am I supposed to keep talking about, like, the hundreds list and what I do?
The next thing was going to be your 2 or 3 favorite tips, and then the hundreds list.
Okay, so my 2 or 3 favorite tips. Let's see. your current loyal customers, make sure that you follow up with them and stay in touch. So make sure you have a list of them and that you frequently just touch base, see how they're doing. And it doesn't always have to be about products, just conversation. I feel like if you're going to be helping people with products, you also have to kind of help be their accountability partner. I've had a ton of customers actually that have told me that they've had a lot of It Works people come and talk to them, but they didn't want to buy from them, and they decided they just like the way that I live the business and that we believe in the products, and they like my spirit, my unicorn spirit, we'll call it. And they want to be a part of it. So that's really awesome, and it feeds me to want to do better. So make sure you follow up with the current loyal customers that you have, and that as you get them, it gets harder. So make sure you keep a list. Number 2, this is what Robbie is really good at, and I'm getting pretty bomb at it myself. Blitzing. So nobody wants to do that, but we're pretty convincing face to face usually. So we talk, when you have a good waitress, talk to her. When you have somebody who looks like a worker, like it's not a slacker just kind of sitting in the corner, well, I mean, maybe, because you know what? Maybe they're on their phone and they should be using that time wiser. But I try to, find the girls who look like they want something out of their life. And also the gentlemen. You'd be surprised how many guys are out there that want to be a part of this business. So blitz everybody. When you are in a drive-thru at Starbucks, give them one of your wrap cards. And have friends over to talk about the business. That's a really good idea. For your first party, just have some friends over, have a couple samples out. We made a slideshow and put it on our TV of just before and after pictures, so people while they were there just could watch them. And it went really good. And what else? Oh, messaging. So messaging is a must. And we're running our business every day of March like we did February 28th, which is blow up my Facebook until we get the warning that you can't send any more messages or they're going to kick you out. So messaging. And I think that's pretty much. Instagram stories are also, I'm starting to get better at those. So I would say utilize that also. And that's pretty much the tips. The hundreds list. Sorry, I get excited and then I got to remember what I'm supposed to do. The hundreds list. And it might be getting dark, so you'll just see my hair and my teeth. So there's actually a really good video from Jade Hooper on YouTube also, because I watched that after you told me about the training video, Sammy, for the hundreds list. So there's a training on eSuite, and there's a YouTube video from Jade Hooper that's really helpful. But basically, you can print off the hundreds list in the document and the documents in your eSuite, and it can be your dentist, your hairstylist, any one of the people you blitz on the street, and you just make that list, and you kind of can keep notes of it for yourself. And they might not necessarily be a customer yet, but that way you keep track of who you're talking to, because you're planting seeds, and eventually seeds harvest, and then you're ready to go, and you just keep doing that. So I have 4 100s lists right now. But honestly, if you write it down sometimes, it helps just kind of keep, because once you get going and you're messaging 200 people a day, it can get really confusing on who you're supposed to follow up with and who you're talking to. So I make little notes on my 100s list. And I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Nicole.
And this is my little cousin who we're taking home, and she's passed out in the back. Oh, nope, she woke up. She tricked me.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi. Okay, so first I'm going to share a little bit about my story. So I started the business in August of 2016. Before I started the business, I had a friend ask me to try the hair growth supplement, because I'd always been complaining that I cut my bangs too short and they wouldn't grow fast enough. And so whatever. So I figured, sure, why not? I'll try it out. What do I have to lose, right? So after my first month of using the hair, skin, and nails, my bangs were past where I wanted them to be. So I knew I was committed to 90 days. So I switched to the greens. I think, my second month, I switched to the greens. I was somebody who really needed them. I was always sick, digestion problems, skin problems. On day 3 of taking the greens, I knew that I was going to join this business. I loved the greens. I like the energy from anybody I'd ever seen from It Works, so I decided I was going to join. So when I dived in, I was a full-time employee for Canada Pension Plan. I was a Canada Pension Plan death processor. I worked part-time at a golf course, and I worked part-time at a pizza restaurant, and I have 2 children. So I'm busy. I was really, really busy, and I was sick of it. I was sick of always being out of the house, never getting to see my family, my husband and kids getting to go to the beach with my mom, and I was at work. So I initially had started to earn enough money to be able to pay for my products. By the second month, I was paying for my hair, skin, and nails and my greens with my business cash, which was amazing. So shortly after that, it dawned on me that a lot of the women on our team were mothers, and this was their only job. And I thought, you know, if I push myself, why can't I do this? So I did. I worked and I worked and I worked until I got there. And actually March 1st of 2017, I gave my notice to the government that I was going to go on leave, and I went on leave on April 3rd. So next month I will have been at home with my kids for a year. It is not my only job. It works. I do have another business, but I only work outside of the house 2 days a week. So that's from going from working 16-hour days, 5 days a week, and then still working on the other 2 days a week, to working 4 or 5 hours outside of the house twice a week is really amazing. So that's basically my story. And I got some tips for you guys. I'm going to start with what I find helps me now and what helped me get executive. I find that it is really, really important to set goals. But don't set goals so big that you don't think you're going to reach them. Set small, attainable goals every day. Set a goal for every day, whether it be send 50 messages or whether it be sign a loyal customer. Right now, this month, my goal is 100 BV a day. 100 BV a day every day until I hit Emerald. And I'm going to do it. It's insane, but I'm going to do it. The first day I had like 180. So yesterday I only had 55. So, you know, like it evens out, right? But you got to set yourself small goals every day. And people think that this is crazy, but I do this every single day. I say this in the mirror to myself. And it's just kind of, you know, when you're having an off day and you don't feel like working your business, but you really know that you should, this is how I remind myself that I need to do it. Success is never owned. It's rented, and rent is due every day. If you want to be successful, you need to work. You need to put in the time. It sucks. Like, yeah, I'm with my kids all the time, but am I always paying attention? No, I'm working my butt off, but I'm going to get that $5,000 bonus, and that's how I'm going to do it. So just remember that success is never owned. So even when you're on the top, you still have to pay rent. Rent is due every day. Now my next tip is going to be, so for reaching executive, you need to fill 2 boxes with distributors. So I wrote out the chart. We're going to do the chart at the same time. So I forgot my binder at home. I'm at my parents' for Sunday dinner. So I drew out the chart. So you've got yourself at the top here, and then this is distributor 1, and this is distributor 2. Once you have names in those boxes, each of these boxes need to get to 400 volume. And you need to have yourself commission qualified at 150. So what I found really helped me for executive was picking the products that I sell the best or that I believe in the most, that I use myself, and breaking it down into how I'm going to get to a 400 box with that. Thank you, Sammy. So how am I going to get to a 400 box? Say the boxes are at 0. We just signed those distributors. Okay, so 400 box, that's 4 triple threats and a fat fighters. It's 8 racks. So go in your eSuite and learn the volumes of the products. Learn the volumes of the products you have at home on hand and figure out how many you need to sell to get that box to 400. That's what drives me every day. That's what I'm doing to get my Emerald. I know exactly what each person on my team needs. I've broken down goals with each person of how we're going to get there. And we're pushing for the same product. So if I sign it, I'll move it to their box, right? Like you need to have a plan of action, right? The biggest thing with this is to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. And I feel like pushing, like for me, I push for triple threats. I have signed probably over 100 loyal customers by now. Some months I sign 30, some months I sign 5. It really depends, but I push for big volume. I don't generally sell a lot of just hair, skin, and nails or just greens. And it's because I promote the weight loss products. I promote something that you can use several products together to maximize your results. So when you're going for a big goal, sorry, my kids are getting a little crazy. When you're going for a big goal, I find, this is me personally, it's best to push weight loss because you can sell it like, well, you could just take the thermal fit, but why don't we take the fat fighters? So those days that you're having, feeling like having a cheat meal, we can still be on top of it, right? There's always a way to upsell in weight loss. So I recommend that. And then my third tip is with your messaging style. Keep your messages short and sweet. When somebody likes your post, a lot of people, I guess I didn't realize this because I've done this since the beginning. When somebody interacts on my post, I'm messaging them. I will message them and just say, hey, thanks for the love on my post. Heart, much appreciated. And then the perfect guy or whatever. And a lot of times they'll be like, hey, you know what? Actually, I'm interested in that. Can you tell me about it? And if they don't, by the third time you sent them that thank you, they're asking. If they're liking your, like I have a girl right now, she's liking all of my It Works posts every day. Every day I send her the same message at the end of the day. Thanks. I love all your support on my page. It's super awesome. And I know it. I can feel it. This month, she's going to tell me that she wants something. Otherwise, she's just crazy. Like, she doesn't like anything else. She always likes my It Works posts. But yes, keep it short and sweet. Never answer a question that they don't ask. Don't send them. If they ask you, what can you tell me about hair, skin, and nails? Don't go to the It Works product coach and copy and paste the entire blurb on how does it work. Just give them the details they need to know. It's got 1,667% RDA of biotin. It has manganese. It has selenium. It's great for your hair. You drink lots of water. You take 2 pills once a day with a meal or snack. Simple, short. You don't need to send them a big paragraph. If they want to know more, they'll ask. And that's it for my tips. And I did the chart kind of already.
You guys are amazing. Oh, I almost spilled my greens everywhere. You guys are amazing. Thank you so. I really love that quote about rent. I had to write that down. That was phenomenal. Okay, so there's one thing that you guys might not know about that I wanted to touch on quickly is faster bonuses. You've probably heard us talk about the $100 weekly bonuses that we can earn, but let me pull up this chart again. Let's share the screen. Which one is it? This one. Okay, so you're looking at your executive chart and you're like, hey, you have your 100s list. You've written down every single person that you're like, I want that person on my team. So say your friend's name was, pretty sure I can write here, was Bob. So you're going to write Bob in one box because you're getting Bob on your team. And then you're going to write Joe in the other because Joe needs some money. Joe's hurting for some money. You want them on your team. So you write them in your little box, and now it's like, hey, so I have the team structure for my promotion, but what we always forget, I always forget to explain this, is that because you personally sponsored and mentored Bob and Joe on your team, you're qualified to earn $100 Fast Start bonus on both Bob and Joe. So all you need to do is sign up, help Bob sign 2 customers. Say you sign 2 triple threats. That's math I can't do. It's 94 plus 94. 188. So that puts Bob here at 188 GV. And you just earned $100 bonus on just helping Bob get his first 2 customers. So you hop over to Joe. You help him sign 2 triple threats. He's at 188 GV. And you earned another $100 US dollar bonus. That's $200 paid out just on a Friday for helping sponsor 2 people, bringing them into the business and teaching them how to be successful with their business. $200 cash. That's like your car insurance payments or your car payments or your hydro bill or your grocery bill. $200 is $200, guys. And that's all it takes. So if you're looking at this, That's $100, plus you get them both to 400 GV, and I think it's about $200 commissions as an executive. So you just made $400 in 1 month. That is the income potential with executive. So you're looking at this average of 309, but you are sitting there with a blank chart. You have $400 sitting in your lap. If you're Canadian, that's like, I don't know, like $560 because our dollar sucks. So compared to the US dollar. So that is a lot of money, guys. Like, that's crazy. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't really know where to start, make sure you have your 4 loyal customers for your shopping spree. Get those, and then sponsor 2 people and get that from your hundreds list. That hundreds list that Nicole was talking about is essential. And there's also a video in it in the Training Academy under, does it say 100s list? I think it does. And then this was the sheet that Jenna was talking about. It's in your document library. It lists every single product that we have, and it lists the price for retail and loyal customer, and it lists the volume. So if you're sitting there and you're at 350 GV with your one of your people on your team, you can go through the list and be like, hey, I need 50 GV. What am I going to sign? You can sign a shake, a wraps, facials, or you could do a combination of 2 smaller products. And I totally support the idea of weight loss because you can always make it bigger. There's always something bigger. I mean, the more you combine, the better the results are going to be too, right? Like if you combine the ThermoFit and the Fat Fighters, and then you throw some wraps in there, it's a huge order, and they're going to get the instant gratification, and they're going to be dropping, the calories are going to get burned, and it's going to help with their cheat meals. They're just going to get great results all around. And so we got fast start bonuses. Oh, tracking your LCs, start now. Don't wait. Find, if you have index cards at home, write down your LCs on an index card. Write down their loyal customer ID, their name, how you found them, what they ordered, when their auto shipment date is. Don't lose track of your loyal customers. Start right now. Make good habits. You want to get out there. You want to make sure that you're always following up with your loyal customers, because retention is not only your check, but it's also making sure they're happy and getting the results that they want. We never want to have somebody leave at work and be like, well, that was a crappy experience and I didn't get any results. We want people to go and talk to their friends and be like, I lost 30 pounds 3 months on this program, and you should talk to so-and-so. Setting small goals. So, right. When I was going for executive, the first thing I didn't even get my 4 customers first. I went to see Jenna LaChance, and I showed up at her house, and I was like, dude, we're doing this. Like, get the money. However, Jenna, if she's comfortable enough, she'll tell you her story of how she got the money for her kid. It's a very intimate story. And then I went to Monique's house, and I was like, Monique, we're doing this. Get the money. Like, and then she basically stole the money from her husband because she was like, I'm doing this without asking. It's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. Yeah, but that was my goal, is I wanted to have my team in place. I knew exactly who needed money in my life, and I also knew who would be fun to work with. At the end of the day, if you have people on your 100s list and there's one person that sticks out that you would have so much fun competing with and running with and getting all this energy and making your business fun, that's a huge part of it. It's going to be so worth it. Stock them down. It took Jenna 2 or 3 weeks to figure out how to get her kit money. And that was it. Okay, so we did fast.
Can I throw in a random suggestion about kit money?
Yes.
Because I thought it was genius, and I've been trying to use it on a couple of people. Tell people that they can pre-sell their wraps for $25. One girl did it, got the money up front, used that money to buy her kit, and then when she got her kit, she gave them the wraps. So you sell it before you even get it. And that works a lot of times for people who don't have the $100 laying around. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
No, that's awesome. And yeah, I mean, you guys, I don't know how everybody else got their kit money, but for myself, we were facing bankruptcy and I didn't have $133 sitting around Canadian. And so I had to skip paying one of my already backed up bills to pay to get my kit. But then I turned around, I sold my wraps. I got my Fast Start bonuses for Monique and Jenna, and then I got my commissions, and I made a profit right away. So you just got to be committed. You got to be ready. So if you're going for executive right now, you want 4 loyal customers and you want your 2 distributors. That's your first goal. It's not that big. It's not that huge. If you know, okay, I have these 4 customers lined up, who am I going to turn into 2 distributors? And getting that team structure in place right away is going to be how you're running right out the gate. If you have new distributors with you that are signing their first 4 loyal customers, your executive is going to be no problem, guys. It's going to be no problem. Okay, so I'm really excited. The incentive. The incentive is, it's going to be a whole package. It's about $250 package. You're going to get a gift card. You're going to get product and little gifts for running your business. So the first person to hit executive rank this month is going to get this $250 incentive prize thing. I don't know, a package, a basket, I don't know. It's going to come in a big mailing envelope. So that's what you're going to get. It's a big bag of goodies. I'm really excited to gift this to you guys. And in our group chat, we're really going to push each other. If I find a status or a message or anything that's working for me, I'll put it in there. And I know there's already a bunch of girls that are helping out. So I'm super excited. I'm super proud of you guys for taking this first step and telling me that you wanted to go for executive this month, and I'm ready to run with you. So everybody have a good night. Jenna and Nicole, thank you so much for helping me. All right, bye guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.